Hey guys, welcome back to my channel where today I'm going to take you through this super quick and easy brown smoky eye.
Look back while I turn. No comparison. I'm a savage. Yeah. Classy, bougie, ratchet. Yeah. Sassy, moody, nasty. Yeah. Acting stupid. What was happening? What was happening? Bitch, I'm a savage.
So this is by far one of my favorite kind of go-to evening makeup looks, mainly because it's really super quick and easy to do. So if I'm going out for like a nice dinner or like a date night, it's the one look that I know I can create in like a short amount of time and it still looks really effective. It's also one of my favorite types of smoky eyes to create, and believe it or not, we're using no eyeshadows today guys, so let's get started. So guys, I've already got my base on, and if you want to see what products I've used, then head over to my Instagram because that's where I'll be posting this video later on in the week. For now, all I've got on my eyes is a little bit of concealer just to get rid of any pigmentation on my eyelid, and I've used the Decay eyeshadow primer on top. So I've used this one today mainly because it comes in quite a neutral shade. Even though we're not using any eyeshadows today, it's still important to use an eyeshadow primer, mainly because any eye makeup that you're doing, whether you're using pencils, eyeshadows, liners, you want them to last and you want them to go on smooth as well. So the first thing we're going to do is apply a crease colour. Now like I said today, we're not going to be using any eyeshadows, so I'm actually going to go in with my bronzer into my crease. And that's because this is going to help us to just really warm up that area. And the crease is just this area that sits right inside the eye and it forms almost like a little bit of a line. I'm just using my big fluffy blending brush to do this, but I absolutely love using bronzers on the eyes, and especially as a crease colour, because you don't always have to use like an eyeshadow. Bronzers work so well because they're already suited to your skin tone, so if it's warming up the rest of your skin, it's perfect to use in the crease area as well. This is the same bronzer that I have used on my cheeks, and it's the MAC Give Me Sun bronzer, which is one of my favourites because it's not too orange and it's kind of perfect for sort of brown skin tones. And this is one of those great looks that, say for example, you forgot your eyeshadow palette and you were like, oh, what am I supposed to use for my crease or my transition colour? Just use your bronzer, girl. It works so well and just gives you that lovely bit of warmth that you need. I also like to do this a lot when I'm feeling a little bit lazy and I can't be bothered to pull out like my eyeshadow palette. So once you've done your crease, you're going to take the same colour just underneath as well. I'm just using the tip of that blending brush and very gently kind of wiggling that. And this just kind of helps to balance everything out. So now we've got a lovely start to our eye makeup and we're going to go in with our first pencil, and this is one of my favourite pencils for this super quick like bronze smoky eye. It's really nice and soft, so it goes on really well, and it is the Costa Riche eye pencil. I want to say that right. Costa Riche eye kohl pencil from MAC, and it's just got a gorgeous kind of bronzy brown tone to it. And literally all I'm going to do with this is pretty much colour in my whole eyelid. So just starting from your lash line and then filling in the rest of the eyelid. And this will be really fun for like those of you who don't want to be kind of perfect. So you just kind of go in and scribble it all in. And because the pencil's super soft, it will work really well and you can smudge it really easily too. Once you've coloured that in, just remember not to take it too far out because you are going to blend this. So to blend this out, I'm now going to take like a smaller fluffy brush, and with this, you're pretty much just going to go over what you've done and blend that pencil into the crease. So you might need to apply a little bit of pressure just to make sure you get a nice smooth blend, but really make sure you smooth that pencil into your bronzer. So that's why we applied that bronzer first as like our crease colour, because now when you like kind of blend out your pencil, it blends into something. And then you're basically going to do the same thing underneath as well. So I'm not putting this into my waterline just yet, but I am using the pencil just underneath my lower lashes. Just do kind of like a rough line underneath. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect because you're just going to take the edge of that smaller fluffy brush and you're just going to blend that out. And I like to do this by just kind of wiggling that brush back and forth. So as you can see, that's already started to build like a really nice bronzy smoky eye. What we're going to do now is just build on top of that. So guys, remember with eye makeup, it's all about building in layers rather than taking like a whole load of product in one go. So I'm literally just going to go back in with my pencil and kind of fill in like another layer. by building this up in layers, you're kind of really building that intensity of the eye makeup, and that's what we want. We kind of want that brown smoky eye to have like a lot of depth and intensity to it. It's just kind of like that perfect bronzy smoky eye that you can do really quickly using zero eyeshadows, and it just looks great with a lot of colours actually. I feel like kind of bronze and browny tones like suit really well regardless of like what outfit you're wearing. You can just kind of whack on like a quick little smoky eye and it looks great. I also think it's so much softer than like a black smoky eye. That can be quite, you know, heavy. So with brown, it's just so much more softer and flattering. Really kind of build up that underneath as well, because you want that kind of sultriness coming out. So if you feel like you need to soften up any harsh edges, just take your first blending brush that you use for your crease and you can go over any kind of harsh edges or lines that you may need to like soften up. So next up, we're now going to start to define the eyes by using a little bit of black liner. Now I did say this is for beginners, so don't worry, we're not going to be going in with any gel or liquid liner, we're not doing a wing, we're actually just going to create a really nice soft definition. So you can absolutely use a black pencil for this step, but I'm going to go in with, it's kind of a pencil, it kind of looks a bit like a crayon actually, but this is the Rimmel Ultimate Kohl Kajal pencils. And if you've used any of kind of like kajal type pencils before, they do go on quite soft and they're very smudgy, which is why I like using them, and they're also a bit more like a crayon rather than like your traditional pencil texture. So if you're doing this with a black pencil, absolutely fine, the technique is going to be the same, but what we're going to do is use the black to basically define on top of that upper lash line. So I'm just going to run this along the edges just above my lashes, making sure that there's no gaps between your lashes and your eyelid. The best way to do that is instead of using the pencil or the kajal directly like this, turn it to its side and use the whole length of that, and you can really rest that along the lashes and take it across. And then I'm going to apply the same product in my waterline as well, and this just helps to really build up the intensity and smokiness of this eye makeup. Now again guys, no need to be perfect with this, you're basically going to smudge that black into the brown eyeshadow. So like I said, it's a very soft definition, but we're kind of building up that intensity. So you've got a nice kind of brown bronzy base, and then the black is going to add that extra definition around the eyes. So I'm just kind of taking like a small flat brush, but mainly you want something that's got a bit of an edge to it. So even if you wanted to use like an angle brush to do this, you could, but anything that's got kind of a flat edge is going to work really well. And what you're going to do is just go over that black pencil and smudge it into the brown. And you can do that by just running the edge of that brush along the black. I'm also going to smudge out the underneath too into that brown pencil. So as you guys can see, it not only builds up the intensity of the eye makeup, but it just makes it look a lot more glam as well. And it helps just define the eyes even more. Next up, I'm just going to add a touch of glam to the eye makeup, and I'm going to do that by using my highlighter. Now this is broken. My Becca highlighter broke. I was really sad about it. I tried to fix it, but it's basically in pieces. But it's the same highlighter that I've used on my cheekbones just here, and what I'm going to do is pop this into my eyes as well. So I'm just using a smaller brush and very gently popping this near my tear duct, so into that kind of inner corner. And this is going to have a really kind of subtle effect, but what it does is it just kind of opens up the eyes, especially when you've got a smoky eye like this where it's kind of a dark colour blown out all over. Just adding a little touch of, you know, a bit of glow in the inner corners, just going to help your eyes to look bigger and brighter as well. I'm also just going to use it underneath my eyebrow bone, and I love this Becca highlight. It's the one in Champagne Pop, so one of my favourites, which is why I was so upset like when it smashed. But we're still moving guys, we're still using it. And then all that's left is our mascara. I mean, what eye makeup look would be complete without mascara? So obviously this being a beginner's kind of eye makeup tutorial, I wanted to keep things simple, not use any false lashes. Although if you struggle with false lashes or applying them and winged eyeliner, I do already have a tutorial up on my channel which kind of shows you step by step how to apply winged eyeliner and how to apply false lashes. So by all means, if you wanted to add false lashes to this look, it would look great, but I'm just going to go in with my all-time favourite Max Factor False Lash Effect mascara. This mascara, if you've seen me rave about it in my other videos, like, let me just tell you, Every time I try a new mascara, I find it really hard to move away from this one. So I've used this since I was 16, and it's just kind of the perfect mascara to just help lift my lashes, because the problem I have is that most mascaras just weigh my lashes down. So this not only gives me the volume, but also helps to keep them lifted. I am using the waterproof version. I do like my lashes to look quite voluminous, so I do add a couple of coats. But again, because of the brush, like, it doesn't make them go clumpy. It just sort of gives that perfect kind of definition. So guys, I've just finished off with one of my favourite lip combos at the moment, and believe it or not, I actually just picked this up recently. Boots had a £10 kind of Tuesday sale going on, which I didn't even know they did, by the way. Like, I only just recently found this out. And the Fenty Beauty Stunna lip paints were half price. So I got this for £10. I was like, oh my gosh. So I messaged all my friends when I found out. I jumped on the website before it sold out, and this is in the shade Uncuffed. And I've been in after this shade for a while now, only because it is like the perfect kind of nudie pink tone for, I would say it would suit most skin tones, but especially for kind of my skin tone or brown, kind of more golden skin tones. It's just got that perfect kind of nude pink tone. It's a stunning colour, and I've just paired that with the Soar MAC lip pencil, so it kind of goes really well and just matches up nicely together. And the Fenty Beauty liquid lipsticks, for those of you who've tried them out, you'll know what I'm talking about. They're so long lasting, they go on great, and the applicator, like I'll just show you guys, the applicator it's just got a really lovely shape to it, so you can really, even for myself for example, where I've got like a smaller top lip, you can kind of really get that precise application, just the best. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed today's quick tutorial. Don't forget, you can still book your place onto my online makeup lesson and masterclass. You get to have a makeup lesson live online with me, and we practice together virtually. It's the perfect opportunity to learn all my makeup secrets, tips and tricks. And the best part is you get all my guidance and advice along the way. If you fancy finding out more, then click on the link in the information below and you can book your place on my website now. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on all my new tutorials, and as always, stay beautiful, stay you. So I don't want to kind of create too much of a blank. So once you've done the crease, using your bronzer, so as you keep blending, it is going, if you feel like you need to soften, but this is the Rimmel Ultimate Kohl Kajal Black. So as you guys can see, it not only, don't forget to